What's up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we have another event week in Idle Heroes with a new hero release. Actually pretty cool. We are going to build Erskor today. Very fancy hero. I saw some actually pretty decent screenshots in terms of damage. Obviously problem is we can't really make him work. Is he eating a Grimoire stone there? Is that a Grimoire stone? That looked a little bit like the red Grimoire stones. That's kind of fancy. No wonder he's mutating like this. He actually did some decent damage. I saw that. We're going to go over the skills in a second. We are going to summon him today as well, going to complete the event. It is a small event. I don't know what's going on. DH did like a big event last week where we had Erskor as a hero, and then did like basically the small summoning event this week. No idea why, but we're going to go for it. There is like Fragrant Garden Party. And Fragrant Garden Party, again, they did the lazy thing. This is the same chest from Anniversary Dreamfest chest. They just reintroduced it here. Pretty decent. This one actually has the new stone in there, so we're going to go for that so I can pay back my debt to DH Games, which sadly isn't a joke. I showed this in the last video. They nerfed the Elite Hunter and basically took away the infusion stones that people got from it. So I'm a -1 infusion stone, so we are basically paying our debt back to the H with this, which is crazily demoralizing. No, I would say demotivating. I would say. I saw that. I think Fire's Wrath was at like -7 or something, which I think is crazy. -1, I can live with that. That's gone after this, but -7 would have been crazy. So we just have to go and do some heroic summons. I think I have a bit of backspace. Oh, look at that. We can do the 2000 summons in one go right here. That is crazy. I love that. I absolutely love that. Let's see. Can we get the avatar? I would definitely hope so. Interesting thing about this guy, and I complained about this. Well, I don't really complain, I would say. I mentioned it. I mentioned it before. This guy does burn damage. And I was like, does this indicate that our Transcendence version of him will do burn damage as well? Because we just got an artifact that makes you completely immune to burn damage. So if this guy deals a ton of burn damage, he might just be dead on arrival in PvP. Because, well, yeah, you wouldn't use that. If he's good, then people are going to run the burn artifact even more. And then yeah, it's just going to be countered. So I'm a little bit confused by that decision. Obviously, this can be easily fixed if they just... Oh, there we go, first one. If they just decide to make his burn not really, his damage over time not really a burn, but maybe a transcendence or a skill effect damage over time effect, which we have seen before, that would bypass the burn thing. Could be kind of mean. We have seen similar stuff before. We can quickly check it out. There's some damage over time that isn't really associated with anything. It was mainly shown on Eloise. Eloise had Scarred Soul damage over time. And there we see when afflicted at the end of each round, Scarred Soul deals damage. So it's a damage over time, and we have an extra effect with the restore. So it's not set and done that Erskor is going to do burn. He might just do something like burn soul or whatever with a special burn effect that actually bypasses an artifact completely. So we're not, it is not completely over with this hero. I feel like if we get the damage over time here, it's they always struggle. In the past, that was better. In the past, damage over time used to be actually good. But now in PvE, all the enemies do actually have damage over time purify. And you can't really make that work anymore. So in the past, you used to use Ithaca. And then we were going in with Delasium, extending all those burns or damage over time effects. Next one, let's go. And then transferring them from one hero to another, eventually achieving super big stacks of damage over time that crashed the game eventually. But they a ton of damage on the way. And if you try that now, if you now throw an Ithaca in there, Ithaca will not actually do a ton of damage. And the difference that you see will most likely not even be the Ithaca damage. The difference is that the Delasium won't do much because the stacked damage over time used to be attributed to Delasium. And so this damage is now gone. So that makes it a bit difficult. We would have some interesting options now with damage over time. Like some of the DT effects, of course, have damage over time in them. But it usually is a bit off meta. So that just as a little bit of a perspective for this new hero, because I always think that when you see a hero right now they are rather close in their abilities to the new hero that, well, will be made into the Transcendence form. So if you have like Erskor, I think we can kind of imagine that we will see some form of damage over time on the new boss. That the mechanics are kind of similar. That is more so true with some heroes, less so with others. For Wraec, for example, we saw an extremely close resemblance. Next one already, that's crazy, with the skills. For some others, that is not the case. For the oldest ones, of course, where we got like Aspen, for example, that wasn't even nearly true, but those heroes, of course, the base version wasn't designed just to be made in a Transcendence version. That was a unique hero then, and then needed to get basically a complete rework to be a Transcendence hero. And now I feel like they design the Transcendence hero and then they make like a light version of it to be the normal hero. But Erskor actually looks pretty cool. I don't want to hate on that. There are some pretty cool skills in there. Ooh, triple quad. So we definitely do want to check that out and see whether or not, well, he can do some good even in his normal form. Obviously, some game modes, it's just a little bit restricted. Usually I just go into Holo Campaign, do a bit of testing there to see the hero skills. But we can't use him in Holo Campaign because he's a normal hero. And he also obviously can't do damage against some game modes where the divine power is just too high. So that also kind of limits him in Realmsgate, let's say that. So a bit of a problem there, actually. Ooh, next one, nice. And we got a queen. I don't take the queen. But I will show him in one game mode. Broken Space is also gone. That's crazy. If I think about it, like, that really limits us from like testing the heroes. That is kind of crazy. I think maybe we have the base bosses. Oh, yeah, we do. Let's go. We'll try Erskor against that. That will be crazy. We can do the normal hero team against that. That will be insane. How far are we with the scrolls? Only 2 more. Okay, that's insane. Let's do that. There were hammers this time also in the heroic summon, so I like that. We'll go until the next copy unless we pull it very early. We have to do at least 2 more 100 bombs, and then we go until we get the next copy because I want to have definitely one. Oh, we already got it there. That is an early one. Let's do another. Now I'm gonna get one more. We will run out of slots now. Because now we really did 2000 summons. So that is a bit of a problem. I think I can do one more 100 bomb before running out of slots. Can we get another copy in that? Basilisk, don't hate that. And the question is, of course, will Erskor be worth the SSS or the SS core that we have? We still have both of those cores. So is another question itself whether or not he might be worth doing that. Kind of hope so, because I'm kind of sitting on those cores and people were already saying, okay, another core to go into Wraec's bag and never be used. I don't want that. I don't want that. I was debating in my head whether we just go ahead and use him in this video. I just use this SS stone in this video. The only thing that really stopped me from it was that I thought, and what do you do if he's really good? Like if he's really good, not just a little bit, but really good. And you want to use the SSS stone, and then you already use the SS stone. I think that would suck. Because then I would need to sell the SS hero, use the other stone as well. We would be left with no stones. And I would get some starry back, obviously wouldn't be the worst. But I really don't use those cores to make starry gems, because you will lose out on starry, because it just costs so much to get them that it wouldn't be worth it to just use it for a copy and resell that. So there we go, our last copy. Very, very nice. Let's quickly build him up. I'm going to spare you this process. I already prepared it, but obviously it still takes a second. We just meet ourselves here again when he's ready. We have to do one awakening though. We have to do that one decent awakening on Erskor, because we need to get a hero that I can do the auction house trick with. That I showed in the video. I mean, if you don't know that, just meet an awakened copy that you can list in the auction house, and you can basically reset your stone every single time and get the first roll you have on it for free. And I usually do that to preserve some of my dust. So we have to get 5-star. There we go. And we need an awakening item. That's a bit of a problem, guys. Can we do soulbound copy maybe? Do we have a soulbound stone left? I think I used all of those in the summons. No, we don't. That's the problem. I guess we're just going to awaken those copies. Just going to go ahead and do that. I mean, we're not going to use the SS Stone now. Let's just hope we get like a seed here at least. Ah, that is very blue. I don't like that. Come on. At least give me like a C-. Ah, it's blue again. No. Oh wait, that's a D- actually. Come on, free awakening. That's still blue. That's very blue. That's an E tier. Okay, we'll do a few more. I don't know. I can't use the SSS Stone now. Maybe I buy one. There are some on the auctions, but they're too expensive, like 600 starry or something. I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay that. It's not worth it. Okay. I think that's enough. C- is... Yeah, C- you can list in the auction house. Okay, that works. That actually does work. C- is good enough. Because with the C-, I show it one time. Just for the people that haven't really seen that. I want to show it one time. We can sort by awakened here. That will probably make it a little bit easier. There we have our C-. And what you just do is you level him up. You go ahead, do that. And then you unlock the stone. And when you have the stone unlocked, you just click upgrade. You click quick upgrade. You upgrade. I go always for the highest stone. And then you just click. And if you say speed precision is fine, then you can keep that. Honestly, speed precision would be fine. Well, I will reset it once for us to show that. That looks pretty crazy, honestly. So now we have to just search for our C-. That is this one that we got right there. Click on it. Starting price, buyout price. It doesn't matter what we do here. We can just, it says hero is cultivated. Everything will be returned. Okay, great. We list it. And there is our magic dust bag. And our gold too. And we just unlist it again. It's back in our bag. And we can just level it again. Level it up very quickly. And then we get the next stone right here. And we haven't actually spent any dust and any gold to do this. We have the same dust and gold as before. And we can just do this again. And now we can say, okay, block HP. Are we fine with that? If we want that, then we keep it. And if we don't want that, we keep re-rolling and doing this process over and over. So now we have attack stone. And now we can basically do the rest of the heroes, set them up completely, and just make him into a 10-star, which is no longer a problem right now, obviously, because we just go for the Fortune Ruins. And we can just select 10-star for him, if we can find it. So there we go. Bam, 10-star. And we can just make him into E5. We can check out the different versions of him before. We saw those during the event already. We had like the base 5-star version, with the small scorpion with like no armor and stuff. By the way, shout out to the guy that did the animation. Like, honestly, it's still pretty insane to me, even for the normal heroes where they know that people probably won't use them too much. They still put effort into those animations and they are pretty cool now. I really like his animation. I still wonder what he's going to look like as a Transcendence hero. I think he's going to be nice. I think he's going to be very, very cool. And then we have 6-star version. Looks a little bit different. We got a little bit of armor here. Just moving him because the animation will instantly start if I let that go. A little bit of armor here. And then obviously the version we have right now over here. The big one with all the armor and everything completely set up. Nice. Now that he's fully set up, I set up the other stones too. Attack, hold damage, skill damage, and speed precision are like my favorite stones. Got them there. So nearly completely set up now. Wanted to point out a few things. First of all, just notice he's a warrior. Actually, warrior is pretty promising. Not too bad if we check out for Transcendence Hero right here. And we check out warrior. There are some pretty good ones in here. I mean, there are also some fails. But like we got LFA, Mockman, Sylvie's good, honestly. Wukong insane. Norton Hake. I mean, not some people don't like him. But he was a great hero. Gaggy. I think that's probably the weakest of them. He has some nice skills, but it's like, it's not enough. Ilamak is nice. Not meta right now, but nice. DTV insane. ATD is too weak for right now, but honestly still a good hero. So overall, warrior, pretty good. And then the other thing that I wanted to point out, we have 139 million attack right now. I just wanted to tell you how important it is to, when you have like the books already set up. This one, of course, book 2. If you have that already set up, how important it is to really max out your imprints. So if you don't have imprints on a hero, we can see 139 million attack. As I said before, once we put this last hero here, this last hero actually increases it to 235 million. Because now this guy gets the entirety of the book, of book 2. He didn't get book 2 before because it wasn't full. Now he gets that. And we can do the same, of course, for the tree. For the tree, we have to set it up. We have to fill it completely. I don't have the 10 stars. I have to build 10 stars. And I don't have... I don't have Stellar. RIP. So I don't really have a good way to get Stellar right now, but we still have to claim our loot, and there are some cores in here. So we're going to go and get that. Relay, I think it's 140 this time using solar coupons, of course. I don't want to explain them this time. It's not free. Let's say that. Getting some cores here as well. Okay, that's pretty good. We got the yellow flower there, and I think the red one is actually the last one that we need. I don't think we need the rest of the relay here. Yeah, should be 130. I mean, there are stars, of course, indeed. The packs are arguably pretty decent, but yeah, we don't need them. This is at least not even festival. Not even festival, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can claim from this. 2000 scrolls, we get 52 chests right here with the new stone. Nice. We got 20 chests up to Umbreon. Okay, it doesn't include the new year, but up to Umbreon. Anniversary chest. Okay, we're going to use that. 52 cores. And of course, the Deluxe gift box. We got 26 of those on top. Those are 10 copies of Erskor. Not bad. 10 copies. Let's pay our debt back to DH. Let's pay our debt back. If that bugs out now. So we're at -1. Once we use that, we should be at 6. Okay, at least it worked. That's even more Stellar. No, I don't have the Stellar. Stop it, DH Games, stop it. That is too insane. I don't have the Stellar. I can't afford it. I can't, even with that, I can't be lucky enough. We got quad pulls last time. I can't be that lucky. I'm getting a little bit lucky here. Okay, got 4 so far. But then the dry streak starts. I know this works. Okay, no dry streak so far. Cores are hype again, I'll be honest. They are back. They are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2021 again. Core pulls are back and hype. We're looking for that Stellar. There we go, we like to see that. Give me a quad pull, I need it. I need it. We should get like, what was it? 10, 11 spheres, something like that. I need more. We got 13. That's gone in a second. That's actually not useless, but it's like it's gone in a second. It's really gone in a second. It won't be enough for Erskor anyway, so we could just use it on LFA, where we at least get some immediate use. And they want another core too. Bloody hell! They want another core too, ladies and gentlemen. They are doing the mean stuff. Oh god, we actually have to find another core. That's crazy that they want another core every single time. That is really crazy. I mean, we do have those chests here. They do include LFA core, 125 of those. We need 400 shards in total. Wait, we need 1 core. We need 1 core. Don't need a noble core. Stop, Mr. Wraec, stop it. We don't need the noble core. That will be fun when you reset those heroes, by the way. Enjoy that. Almost impossible now. Almost impossible. I misclicked. It is less of a problem now. That's a starving jar, right? Oh, bloody hell. Little pro tip. If you notice that and the shards are still in your back, DH will fix that for you. If you summon that, that's your core now. But the thing is, It's not too much of a problem. I need duplicate Transcendence heroes. I like Starving Jara. We are going to build a Starving Jara. So it is... I would have probably hated myself for doing that a while ago, but we're now building duplicate heroes and I didn't know what to build anyway. So I built like a Madeline and then we're just going to build a Starving Jara next. So problem solved. We are ways. We're just going to take the next one. So no problem there. Unexpected. But Starving Jara is cool though. So we at least have that. I do need, what is that, 75, we need 10, we need 15. 15 of those, please, thank you. And then we click the right one, which is literally the right one. I know someone in the comment will be like, no, Wraec, don't click it. I already did. If you, by the way, we can kind of think this over. If this was the wrong one now, you contact DH Games support in-game, and there is like a wrong gameplay service or something like that. You just write them and usually they will fix stuff like that for you. And then quick upgrade here. Upgrade to 10 star, by the way. I only go through this now because this is actually crazy good. I have to make another video about this, but for the people that are still here after 21 minutes, this doesn't use up copies. So you just use your generic 5 stars here. This allows you to make a 10 star without using 5 copies of a hero you could otherwise awaken. And if awakening session is something you think about, that is actually pretty high value. So that is another gameplay tip I have to give in another video later on, because that is actually pretty good. So doing the upgrade here, keystone slot going up is very important because the keystone that influences like a ton of the stuff. It influences this one here as well. Deals an extra damage equal to 30% of the damage dealt this time. That is really nice. I think we're just going to continue. There's not much use to do anything else. And we ran out of active skill sublimation. That's because every single time it costs 25k. Okay, fixed it. Let's go. And that's the maximum. That's what I wanted to show it. So we are now at level 75. It is maxed out. I'll do review. I'll show you all the skills and what they do. This is now interesting as well. 35% attack, all damage dealt 20%. This is now relevant. We're going to go over it very soon and we're going to do a full review of like level 75 Infusion hero. 1 billion attack now without soul power. That is fairly fancy. And full attack with soul power, 1.68 billion attack. So not bad. 22 minutes, we haven't used Erskor yet. We can't get the full attack sadly because I've run out of Stella, but we can still use him like that, I think, and get like a little bit of an idea of what he can do. Okay, this took a bit longer. I'm now setting up the team here for the boss, and I was like, who am I going to use? Obviously, Olivia's good. Heartwatcher's good. Delasium's always good because we are always also dealing with damage over time, but rhythm alert sound. But who else are we going to use for this? And I just thought, okay, let's spend some more time and we're going to make the triple Erknock. Is he even called Erknock? I forgot his name at the time. It took so long. I was playing like an hour to do this. No, it's Erskor, but there we have him. We have him fully set up. We have 2 more copies of him. I think we're just going to unleash this madness up on this boss and see if we can do something there. That guy was a whole lot less tanky than I expected. I'll be honest, that was kind of crazy. He was way less tanky than I expected. We have 2 Delasiums too. I set them both, I think. Let's keep using the frog. Frog is cool. I mean, Olivia is kind of huge. That's a bit of a problem here. When do those bosses get a bit more tanky? My Heartwatcher and my Olivia stop killing them. That is a bit crazy. Okay. Okay. That's good. We get the damage over time now. We have 55 stacks already. What the hell? And I purified it. There you could see it. That's what I hate. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. It should be illegal that they purify that. Look at those stacks. Bloody hell. I want to see the damage. I didn't expect that. This is Olivia with like full tree and everything, S tier. That's a ton of damage actually. That's kind of crazy. Considering the enemy can purify it, that's actually kind of crazy. That is actually ridiculous. Let's see. We imagine we had used this SSS tier. We have the DR. We have to talk about the skills still. Hope I put control purify, I think. Ooh. It stacks up so quickly. Oh, you can really see damage over time. I would have absolutely loved those heroes. Didn't those guys have purify? Didn't look like it. Well, it looked like it a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Big damage. And the Delacium would actually be kind of close to the other ones if those guys didn't purify. That would actually be really nice. I mean, obviously we don't have a core. Let's see. It feels so much weaker. Why do those guys feel weaker? The chase attacks, this guy's chase attacks. So every single time somebody attacks, they start their chase attacks. We have 96, 102 damage over time effects there. Eloise, everything that remains are just the damage over time numbers. That is crazy. When do they start getting tanky? I mean, we're fighting SQH now, so at some point they just have to start getting tanky, don't they? Okay. Ooh, got petrified. That sucks. And we have a ton of debuffs here too. Okay. Damage over time certainly. Hit the Vespera a little bit harder. We're not really getting to those big numbers that we want to see right here. CC, of course, a little bit mean. There we have the chase. Instantly purified. Instantly purified. 22 stacks. You don't see the animation. There doesn't seem to be an animation, but you can see every single time the stacks go up. Every single time anybody attacks, these stacks go up. And that is pretty cool. Wait a second. No, he's bleed immune, right? He wasn't burn immune, was he? I hope he isn't. But it is only for the enemies that have like their skill effect. He has burn now. Okay, let's see. Only has one stack. Oh, please tell me he wasn't burn immune. The EO's getting completely melted. 120 stacks. I got absolutely evaporated. Was he burn immune? But he's still getting burned. He doesn't seem to get the skill effect from them. Let's get into the skills. I want to see why that was the case. Because that was a bit weird. Big damage. Big damage. Definitely nice. I like how they stack up the damage over time effect so quickly. Let's get into the skills. So skills, very, very good active skill. 1200% of attack damage to all enemies. Really good. That's a ton of damage, 6000% overall. Burns targets with Hellfire Embers, dealing damage equal to 6% of the target's max HP for 3 rounds. 1500% cap. But nice thing is, in theory, that could be all the enemies. So then you have basically 1200% to everybody, then 1500% to everybody, and then you have 100% chance to stun. Obviously, you have to calculate with CI offset and everything, but not too bad. That's for a normal hero. 2700% to everybody and 100% chance to stun. Insane active skill, I like that. We have damage reduction, we have control immunity, we have decent HP and attack stats, which is nice. Basic attack, also good damage actually. For the Hellfire Embers, and then, of course, the end. Beginning of each round, inflict Hellfire Embers on 2 random enemies for 1 round. When an ally releases a basic attack or active skill successfully hits one target with Hellfire Embers, itself chases and attacks the target once, burns all targets with Hellfire Embers, dealing 6% of their max HP for 3 rounds, caps at 1500% of self-attack. So if there are 2 enemies that we hit, he should chase twice. But the effect itself, not stackable, so doesn't matter if we have multiple, it will only be one-time Hellfire Embers. Reduces the owner speed by 50, damage reduction by 20, which is great, and control immunity by 15. So very, very nice. I just have to check now. Because I thought it was... I know he's immune to some damage over time. Okay, that's with bleed. Wait a second. I'm blind. Okay. I was just a bit confused. Immune to burn and bleed. But he had burn. He still got burned. He had the effect 5 times. Can we bypass it with that? It was both. Absolutely insane. Double XT hero, basically. Let's see the next one. Let's see if we can do some mad stuff here. I mean, the last one, it only takes so long because it was... Oh, I mean... Can they get shield? It's a bit weird. Alamark is so based on shield. Oh, there is the Hellfire Embers. We have the little mark there. I didn't even see that. Little scorpion tail there. We have it on both already. Nice. I'm not sure if I saw it on Cthulhu. It was a bit of a weird one. But we can see every single time somebody attacks, the damage over time effects go up. It is a little bit uneven sometimes. It depends on whether it attacks both of them. And Olivia, I think, sometimes only hits one, so that makes the difference there. But obviously... pretty quickly stacking up the dots. If they one time don't hit that, they will be quickly over 100, 200 damage over time effects. And we stack it up again. And it is good damage, honestly. You have to think about that. We use base heroes here. We're not dwelling into anything with Giant Killer or something. So that is all not a thing that is happening here. I'm putting out very, very solid damage over time. Could be even better if we had a few more debuffs to basically mask the damage over time effects here. So they don't get purified every single time. But I mean, they can't purify the skill effect that actually targets them. So that's a good thing, I think. Because that will actually allow us to hit them at least every single round. I mean, there is no comparison here. So that's a bit of a problem. I mean, if we had a comparison, that would make a difference. Because obviously you could see how well they do there. Maybe the question if this is a hero that's worth it for like new people. I don't think it's a worst hero that you can build as a new player. Because you have all the CC, you have like pretty decent stats for a hero overall. But you obviously don't have the same heal as like an Eloise. So I think that is the part that really would make it difficult for this guy to carry. But not going to lie, I like that you have like full team stuns. I like that you have damage reduction offset. I like that you have very, very good damage. So I don't think that is particularly a bad hero. That's probably one of the most solid base heroes that we have. Oh, I wonder if he's going to come into this new game mode. Into the game mode here with where you set it up every single round. I forget the name every single time. Where you basically get new buffs every round and try to get your hero to Transcendence level and everything. We're melting through that as well. The good thing is, I mean, the active part of our damage can be dodged. All of those damage over time effect can't be dodged, so we don't really have a difficult time hitting that SFX at all. I thought those guys would be a bit stronger, though. Not going to lie, I thought those guys would be a bit stronger. They're kind of weak. I mean, we're going in there with the triple Erskor army, so that's something. I'm kind of happy that we were able to do another, like, Erskor something army video. In 2026, guys. Nobody expected that. Let's see. Oh, that would be so great if we could just make that bloody burn stick. They could just give them 4 times the HP. If they took away the damage over time purify, that would be way more fun. It's hitting hard. We're getting all those hits there. Look how many numbers. I have a bit more HP. Granted, they have a bit more HP. But I think I could still make that work. I don't know if it would be better to run somebody else other than Delacium. I think we could run somebody with a few more debuffs. Honestly, a Transcendence hero would be nice. I thought about BQA. I saw this coming. Because if you run BQA, Nirvana BQA, or Stalkermist Tomsiang, you could really make this great. Because we have the damage over time buffs. And we have a ton of debuffs as well, so those guys would really struggle to purify it. We're still getting to 172. Oh, we didn't purify it. 178. 178 damage over time effects there. That is crazy. 1 by round 13. Oh. I don't know if we can beat TEB. I'm a bit scared, guys. Maybe should have run energy drain here. The crit debuffs are actually not too relevant. Oh, she has bad CI offset. Oh, that's a problem for her. We do have the effects on them. I think with all those counterattacks, that's a bit of a struggle. Can we attack the last boss and go for leaderboard and see where we land with this team? If we beat some people with it in terms of damage? That would be fancy. Taking damage, but we're certainly struggling. The active part of the damage is of course low because we don't really crit. I think sometimes we skip like a little bit of the round because some of our people of course are twined here, which is not too great. 52 burn effects now, nice. Stuck on TBB, very, very nice. 68, 74, 75, 81, 88. 53 still. Okay, this is like only the regular ones ran out. And then Delay Sim can transfer this, so that can be insane. If it sticks one time on a hero, that can actually scale into a ton of damage. But obviously this is a little bit of RNG, so it stuck very well here on the TBB. I don't think we got to transfer it actually over to the DGN very well. Otherwise, I think we would have hit a ton more damage. I still at 33 there, 39, 45. So it ramps up so quickly. I love that. I wonder if we can make that kind of into a thing for the Transcendence version. Make it kind of into a threatening hero just by ramping up damage on the enemy. And suddenly you are hit even in PvP on like turn 3 because you can block out the Erskor. You are suddenly hit with like 300 damage over time effects or something. Could be crazy, but if it's burn, as I said, if it's burn, it's not going to work in PvP. So I have to see. And in general, damage over time heroes struggle a little bit. Ever since they did this with the Purify. This without Purify would look completely different. I'm absolutely going to waste a few attacks. I'm going to try that on the main boss and we're going to see where we land with it. I think we're going to check the damage. Maybe show one. Let's see if we can even hit any damage. I don't even know if we can attack. We can attack with that team, okay. Is it unfair if we do BQA now? I don't think it is. And I don't have Nirvana BQA. But we could do Star Alchemist Tom's Young. I think it takes away from it. Let's not do it. Let's just see how much damage we can do with this team. If we even do any. Those guys still sadly have Purify. Now we have 3 enemies. That could actually be better. Because we get, like, the overall number of the damage over time effects is higher. The passive CC certainly doesn't help, and double CC. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 still there on 2. Okay, didn't completely purify it. The mark stuck. We struggle a little bit with the CC here. 1 out 71, 152. Ooh, 188 there. I can purify it in an instant. Didn't purify. Over 200. I mean, we can't possibly keep up with, like, Transcendence heroes. Can't possibly do that. She still didn't purify. Doesn't she have Purify? That's crazy if she doesn't. It lags hard. It lags hard, guys. It lags really hard. Okay. I don't think this one has Purify either. I think this one doesn't have... Oh! We take damage! Was that Maria? I'm surprised they can survive that well. This guy just gets completely destroyed by the CC. I think I forgot to set it up on him. We're on round 13, so it's not too bad. And I think a lot of it is passive, so it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's chases still. I don't know. Let's see the total numbers though. Total numbers, that Maria actually helped us a ton by not purifying. Okay, we got 7,000 points. I don't think we're winning any awards with this. Let's just still go in there. Let's just still try if we can see that. I mean, we probably have like a real team in there right now. Let's take it out of there. We're going to take our triple Erskor. Oh, we should fix it though, right? I mean, it's kind of bad if we don't fix it. Because we have one... This one. Look at that. Doesn't have Purify. I think we can run him with Lethal Fight Back though. Yeah. Lethal Fight Back. We need the CC Purify, obviously. Can run this one, Lethal Fight Back, and Balance Strike as well. I think that's good. I think that's alright. Let's see where we end up with our madness team here. Complete waste of marks, but it doesn't matter. I have to set it up very quickly. We need those three. We need our Delacium, we need our Olivia, and we need a Heart Watcher 2. Just going to do this slot 1. I think going like this is good. We can use Phoenix, obviously, burn. Let's see where we end up with. Okay, we got some hits. Leaderboard position. Place 2,492. I don't think, I was just like, okay, let's scroll down to me. I don't think we can scroll down to me. You can write, oh wait, can we? Can we actually scroll down to me? Ah, bloody hell, it ends at 500. We are fairly far away from them. I don't think our Erskor team has worked quite that well. I don't think we can keep up with this guy. Yeah. I doubt they can improve it that much. But it was quite fun, nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed this video too. If you have, definitely hit that subscribe button and check out SG Hub down in the description. Always your best source for starry gems, no scams, and 80 to 90% cheaper than the in-game prices, which is absolutely insane. So definitely recommend you check it out. We're going to launch another giveaway there pretty soon. Until then, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.